Do you often say to yourself, boy, I wish I would have known back then what I know today? That was a lesson I wish I could have learned when I was much younger. Hello again, everyone. I'm Eli's dad with Project Eli, where we educate, we lead, and we inspire. And we're going to continue with some life lessons based on an article by a gentleman named Thomas Opung, 103 Life Lessons People Often Learn Too Late. So let's go over some of these lessons again. We're continuing with this series. Let's get started right now. First one, take responsibility for your life or someone will choose your destiny. You know, there's a saying that says you're either living your dream or you're living someone else's dream. Where would you rather be? Wouldn't you rather be living your own dream? And as a leader, one of the things that you want to do is put the dream out there and have other people embrace that dream so that it becomes part of their dream and fulfilling their dream at the same simultaneously while working on accomplishing what you as a leader is seeking to accomplish. That's the key to good leadership, because how many companies have you worked with where you're just going through the motions, you don't have any particular great motivation to succeed, except you don't want to fail. That's not a reason to live. What you want to do is you want to have something that you believe in strongly, a goal that you want to achieve that's your own, not just somebody else's. Does that make sense? That is what makes life so worthwhile when you're living your dream. Create your own definition of success. One of the things as a parent, Eli, that I focus upon is, I was a basketball player, I was in sales, blah, 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 but you're not me, you're you. So what is it that you want to achieve? What is it that you want to accomplish? And as a parent, what I want to do is I want to give you the tools so that you can achieve those particular dreams, those goals, your definition of success, and not take mine and force it upon you. How many times have you heard where people want to say, oh, I want my son to be a doctor, I want my son to be a lawyer, whatever, and the person doesn't really want to do that? You have to have your own definition of success. That is what gives you the juice. That is what will make you a more effective achiever. You can't control everything, but you can control how you respond. This is a very, very key element. We all find ourselves in roadblocks in this thing that we call life, and sometimes many times you're not in control. If there's a big snowstorm, if the electricity goes out, people will look to you and say, how is he or she responding to that particular obstacle? You can't control everything, but how you respond to it is so key. You can't panic. When the airplane, they say, well, if there's a loss of oxygen, the mask is going to come down, and put the mask over your face and then put it over the face of your child. You have to be in control. When you're in control of yourself, you can be when you're under control of yourself, you can be in control of others. So the way that you respond to the curveballs that life throws at you is what defines a person. Is what somebody says, this guy's a leader, or that lady is somebody that I want to follow what she does, because she responds to obstacles the correct way. Does that make some sense? Worry is a waste of time. It's a misuse of your imagination. You know, one of the things that the infinite mind has given us as a tool is the use of our imagination. And that is what takes us from Adam and Eve to the present day. Because every single advance that mankind has made, somebody had to think about, what if I did this, what if I did that, so on and so forth. You know, and too many times people just they use their imagination in a negative way. And they think of, oh, that's going to happen. Oh, that's going to happen. You know what worry is? Worry is paying a debt before it's even due. Don't do that. Use your imagination to move you forward in a positive way by saying, what if this? What if that? How can I accomplish this? Learn to see the extraordinary in the ordinary. You know, one of the best examples of that, Eli, is, you know, when you're younger, you know, and this is an experience that you and I have shared. We go to this place in Maine where there's a boys' camp, and I was a counselor there, you were a camper there. And I remember when I was a counselor there, I mean, I was, you know, what, 18, 19, 20, 21 years old, you know, a young man, and I would go there and I would enjoy the, you know, the lake and all the great things that the camp has. But now when I go and I'm older, I really notice the nature a lot more, about how the water is a mirror early in the morning. So I get up at sunrise to see that. It's an ordinary thing, but there's extraordinary feelings that you get when you get close to nature. Start looking inward a little bit more. Start looking at the things around you and say, you know, this is ordinary, but there's some extraordinary elements to it. That will increase your enjoyment of that particular scenario. So once again, learn to see the extraordinary in what is merely, quote unquote, ordinary. Meaning is a good thing, because life is pretty useless without it. What is your basis? What is your foundation? What is the meaning of what it is you're doing? What's the why and because? Before you do anything, the first question you should always be asking yourself is, why? What is it I'm trying to accomplish? What is the meaning? Why is this going to take me from point A to point B to point C? Why is this not something that's, you know, a lateral rather than an advancement down the field? And if you don't have a particular meaning, if you don't have a strong feeling about something, is there any excitement in your life? You know, Eli, you're at the position right now where you're making the wonderful discovery of the appeal of the opposite gender. And you didn't have that before. So now there's a new meaning to your life, to the things that you do. And that is true in all of the different walks of life that you're going to see from this point forward. And because we're never going to end a meeting on a philosophical note, once again, huge shout out to Thomas Opung for his tremendously good article. These are lessons that I want to make sure that you get these, Eli, in advance and think about them. And once again, because we never end a meeting on a philosophical note, let's get out there and charge! I'm Eli's dad.